So could you tell us about what you're doing in the hub here and how you came to be here at the hub?
Okay, I came to be here at the hub. I'm originally from housing enforcement at Peterborough City Council. I was deployed into the hub. Just basically got an email saying I was needed and turn up at 9 o'clock. I didn't have much idea of what it would entail, but here we are. We're a week in, and it feels like I've been here a month.
Great, fantastic. And so what kind of work have you been doing whilst you've been here?
The role here has sort of got two facets to it, or two main facets to it, insofar as we're identifying staff with transferable skills for redeployment into roles where we can keep frontline services moving, and we're also mandated to assist the vulnerable individuals who are shielding for 12 weeks.
Excellent. And so what would your kind of guidance or advice be to people who are going to be regularly calling the shielded list?
I think most, or the vast majority of people on the shielded list are grateful to have a bit of contact. They're obviously really heightened sense of anxiety for them because they are so vulnerable, and the situation's so new. So the biggest things people are concerned about are getting regular shopping, prescriptions delivered seem to be the most important thing. Now, we can assist here at the hub with getting emergency food packages out to people that have no food, but those are what they are. So if people have any specific needs, grocery requirements, or what have you, we can then start trying to put them in contact with the local volunteer network so those people can go out and get specific items, and also then they're a point of contact for the people who are otherwise quite isolated and sometimes I think quite lonely.
Great. And can you tell us why you think that's, or give an example why you think that's really important?
Yeah, well, actually, we had one come through this morning where we'd had a referral a day or two ago from a gentleman with very, very high needs, elderly gentleman, very high needs, who was actually caring for his wife, who was arguably even more vulnerable, both on the shielded list. And we at the hub, we tried to contact them on and off for about a day and a half. I had about 12 phone calls and weren't able to raise anyone. So I requested from our police colleagues for a safe and well check, which was carried out last night, and this couple were found to be in quite a desperate way. So today we've managed to get them out an emergency food package with the Red Cross because they had no food. I've managed to secure with the NHS for having their prescriptions delivered, because they weren't being delivered to their door, and we've also put them in contact with a local NHS volunteer who will be contacting them as an emotional support, but also to get specific items. The chap was quite concerned as well that he wouldn't be able to top up his electrical card meter, so the local volunteer can assist with going to a post office and making sure he's got his electrical.
So that's a great example, and a real example of how important those contact calls are, and also a great example of how back at the hub here centrally in the county hub you've got access to some of those resources that will be able to support some of those shielded people.
Yeah, well, it's exactly that. I mean, it's important to remember that the calls being made on that weekly basis, it might be the only contact that some of these people are having with the outside world. They may not know the channels that they need to call for help as well, so it's very important to pick those people up at that point, and if they are in need of further assistance, and certainly some people are in a desperate way, those can be reported back into the hub, and we can then start using the channels that we have to get the right support in place for them,
Great.
As they need it.
Great, thanks Gareth for your time, and good luck for the next however many weeks you're going to be doing this. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.